Both are currently in Cornwall, where G7 leaders are meeting for their annual summit. On Friday, the Queen, and other leading royals, joined world leaders at the Eden Project. To mark the summit, Kate and Ms. Biden wrote a joint article for CNN on the importance of education and care for children. They wrote, "The two of us believe that early childhood care and education should be seen as among the defining, strategic issues of our time. What would happen if we really followed the science of early childhood and started focusing on the things that would make the biggest difference for children and those who guide them? We could transform the prospects of an entire generation. This is an agenda that should unite us all." Both the Duchess and Ms. Biden have a long-standing interest in education. The First Lady spent more than 30 years as a community college teacher in the United States. Kate has focused heavily on the importance of early child care over the past decade. William's rage over Charles' indiscretion before father's tight-lipped nod to Lilibet. They added, "We must have new conversations in our families and communities. We need CEOs to consider how they support the parents and caregivers in their workforces. And we need leaders across the world to understand that early childhood care and education is where they can make some of the most important, long-term impacts for their nations." The G7 meeting began on Friday and concludes tomorrow. It is focused on the fight against climate change, coronavirus and threats to global security. Mr. Johnson invited leaders from India, Australia and South Korea to join the summit. On Saturday, G7 leaders will issue the Carbis Bay Declaration, designed to stop the chaos caused by the global coronavirus pandemic being repeated. This will aim to cut the time taken to test and develop future vaccines to less than 100 days. It will also boost genomic sequencing and strengthen the World Health Organization, WHO. Mr. Johnson said, "The last year the world has developed several effective coronavirus vaccines, licensed and manufactured them at pace and is now getting them into the arms of the people who need them. But to truly defeat coronavirus and recover, we need to prevent a pandemic like this from ever happening again. That means learning lessons from the last 18 months and doing it differently next time around." UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres will also take part in the session. WHO Chief Dr. Tedros Ghebreyesus has called for a stronger global surveillance system to detect new epidemic and pandemic risks.